Peace, 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 peace. Decided to go a little early. Didn't get a call I was just expecting. What up, yo? Put a one in the chat if you could hear me. Let me know the sound's good. Yo, yo. Can you hear me? Holla if you can hear me. All right, all right. All right, good looking, Chauncey. Let's get this joint cracking. Born in Cairo, Illinois, Woodruff grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. In the early 1920s, he studied at the John Huron Art Institute in Indianapolis, where he lived for a number of years. He later studied at Harvard University, the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and the Académie Moderne and Académie Scandinave in Paris. He spent the summer of 1938 studying mural painting with Diego Rivera in Mexico, an experience that greatly affected Woodruff's evolving style into the early 1940s. Woodruff's earliest public recognition occurred in 1923, when one of his paintings was accepted in the annual Indiana Artists Exhibition. In 1928, he entered a painting in the Harmon Foundation show and won an award of $100. He bought a one-way ticket to Paris with the prize money and managed to eke out 4 years of study with an additional donation from a patron. In 1931, Woodruff returned to the United States and began teaching art at Atlanta University. It was Woodruff who was responsible for that department's frequent designation as the École des Beaux-Arts of the Black South in later years. As he excelled as chairman of the art department at Atlanta University, his reputation also grew as one of the most talented African-American artists of the Depression era. Woodruff's figurative style of the 1930s was bold and muscular. Southern lynchings of blacks stirred his conscience deeply and inspired him to design a series of block prints that were as impressive as his oils and watercolors. His best known and most widely acclaimed works at this time were the Amistad Murals he painted between 1939 and 1940 at the Savory Library at Talladega College in Alabama. These murals were commissioned in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Mutiny by African slaves aboard the slave ship Amistad in 1849, their subsequent trial in New Haven, Connecticut, and the return to West Africa following the acquittal. The curvilinear rhythms of Woodruff's Mexican muralist inspired works, such as the Amistad Murals, were absent in his productions of the 1940s. His Georgian landscapes of the 1940s are simpler in concept and dominated by diagonal accents and bold contrast in darks and lights. Whether in oil or watercolor, many of Woodruff's landscapes of the 1940s depict tar paper shanties, community wells, and outhouses, to the extent that he frequently referred to this group of landscapes as the outhouse school. These subjects were handled accurately and sensitively, but without sentimentality. During the 1940s, Woodruff also completed a series of watercolors and block prints dealing with black themes related to the state of Georgia. In the September 21st, 1942 issue of Time, Woodruff stated, "We are interested in expressing the South as a field, as a territory, its particular rundown landscape, its social and economic problems of the Negro people." In 1946, Woodruff moved to New York, where he taught in the art department at New York University from 1947 until his retirement in 1968. During the mid-1960s, Woodruff and fellow artist Romare Bearden were instrumental in starting the Spiral Organization, a collaboration of African American artists working in New York. Woodruff's New York works were greatly influenced by abstract expressionism and the painters of the New York School who were active during the late 1940s and 50s. Among his associates were Adolph Gadlieb, Mark Rothko, Franz Klein, and Jackson Pollock. Following a long and distinguished career that took him from Paris to New York via the Deep South, Woodruff died in New York in 1980. I hope that was helpful. I know I don't explain very well, so I thought I'd make a video to go over what Hale Woodruff had completed in his works. Now, that was very brief, and I'm going to show some of his works for what happened afterwards. The landscapes of Georgia. I have the Georgia landscape painting that I'm about to show everybody. Just wanted to give y'all a good looking out. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Definitely want to try to be helpful with the history on black artists. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, my fault. Let me get this right. I'll probably post that to the channel just so if you missed anything, you could go over it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna post that probably later tonight. I did want to discuss what he had stated as far as the quote that I had put. It's very important to keep your artistic level at the highest possible range of development, and yet make your work convey a telling quality in terms of what we are as a people. You know, that's hard. That's up there with that Augustus Savage. Yeah, discuss it. Yeah, definitely, definitely. We need to discuss this kind of range, the highest possible range of development. Now, when I read something like that from a black person who has completed probably some of the greatest mural work ever, because I don't know if y'all noticed those bright ass colors. You know what I'm saying? How strong the people was. You see that Amistad murder going down when they was like, "Fuck it, let's take the ship, let's get free, give us free." All right, I'm sorry about that little digression, but yeah. So with this quote, like here's here's where we be having that discussion of, is the work that you're putting out at its highest quality? You know what I'm saying? Where let's not get caught so far up into the theory of your artwork, but actually completing the work and getting the practice in and actually learning a new part or putting in, time with your actual craft. You know what I mean? Because what he's asking you to do is not only reach the heights of your creativity, but express that shit for the people. Show them who we are every time you're creating something. And it goes back to what Elaine Locke was saying in Negro Art, how uh, as we developed this artistic expression, if you go back, you're gonna find that we was really speaking that nigga shit. We was on that shit. Like his whole shit was Amistad, bro. There's some reconstruction paintings going on out there. We're gonna discuss those later on. I mean, probably not today, but as I continue to do the little John, you know what I'm saying? And I think that we should learn more about this history too. You know what I mean? You know, I'm always down for the history. So, uh, and I'm an artist, like true and true. You know what I mean? I'm glad I've reached a point where I could express myself as an artist without really giving a fuck about how people feel about what it is. Um, that's kind of new for me as I've grown as an adult and as a man moving out here in the world, and not just a regular man, but a black man. And hell, hell brought the life. Like you hear how they described it. That source is actually from the uh, Smithsonian Art, American Art Museum. I'm about to drop the link in the chat if you want to go and read that for yourself. What I was reading. There's a little bit more. There's a quote from a book in there. I mean, you could hit the link and go reread over that. I'm also again about to show you Georgia landscape. Now, this is what he did after the murals. He went into this whole outhouse John. He called him the outhouse school, where he was just painting realistic landscapes of the South and just expressing himself in that way. And what does the lady say about him? I just want to make sure I say this correctly. The book that is quoted later is by Regina A. Perry, Free Within Ourselves, African American Artists, in the collection of the National Museum of American Art in D.C. And that was from 1992. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat too. And so here, before I forget, because you know I will, when you be on the meds. This is Georgia landscape. Let me make sure y'all can see it too. Yeah. Let me take my quote down. Sorry about that. I'm about to scale him up a little bit for you. Look at that. I don't know how y'all get hyped about art or. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Get in there, Zane. Look at that. Yeah, that's Hale getting busy after the murals. You know what I mean? This is in the 40s, going into the 50s before he really stuck to really teaching and doing some other stuff. But I like it. You know what I mean? Trippy as shit. I wonder if the motherfucker was high. I mean, I gotta go a little deeper on that. He might have been sober. If he's doing this sober, that's wild. I like it. It's creative. It's how he's seen it. See them dark hues, man. I wonder what made him use them colors, that color pattern, that palette. Yeah, the landscape is fire. Now, see, I ain't from Georgia. I would have to speak to you. You know what I mean? You and Ogun concerning if this is how this go down. And then coach in Alabama, so you know I'm gonna ask if he gonna go hit the murals up for me. I don't know if he's still out here. I know he be tired. But yeah, I just wanna that's emotion exactly, Zane. Exactly. It feel like a little bit of hurt in there. All right, man, go ahead and get you some sleep. You know what I mean? Like he went down there and he seen them, poplar trees and got hurt, or he seen some shit go down. Look, it looked like blood almost is in that brown towards the forefront to the right. And look how it's like twisting and wrapping on itself and shit. It's like the muscles and shit, like the earth is living right now. mean? Oh, you said you about to draw. Man, pull out your damn sketchbook. Get busy. We could do one of those too. We might have to go live with some little art teaching and shit. I got asked to do a painting set before, and I kind of turned it down because I'm self taught. So I'm not sure if my techniques would be techniques for everybody else, but I'm down to try to learn to get busy with that too. But I wanted to show you this because again, there's a whole series. Some of it's in private hands, some of it's in museums. Like I'm about to go ahead and show you a private collection. This is the Johnson collection, and this is what they have from him. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me make sure you can see it. All right, so this first one over here, this is Return to Europa. Look at that. Get you some of that. Yeah, no deadlines, bro. Don't put pressure on yourself. Be creative when you're creative. What I did find out is that if you're going to be professional, however, you should at least doodle or sketch or something, do something every day. I mean, if you're going to be professional, I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? And the reason being is because your skills only increase. Like I have picked up the palette knife over the last 18 months. I've also picked up better inking skills, hatching, better shadowing skills, which I've added to some of these new paintings that I'm gonna start dropping over the next year. But that's me trying to be professional with the shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Hey, man, listen, I sketched every day from my life, so don't. I mean, don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? And I just got professional like in 2018, where somebody found the sketching book. Like all great things, it starts with a woman, and turned me on to getting busy. And then I had put my foot in the water with an art gallery out here called Brown Tree Art Gallery. And shout out to Brown Tree. I'm actually going to do an event with the founder of that in like another 2 weeks, like the 24th. Yeah, so you look for them posts too. I ain't dropping nothing new. I got something coming, but again, um, I want it to be another level. And as I've learned more about Black art history and about more Black history in general, yeah, hey man, listen, even with the music, bro, you got to do it. You got to do it. And I'm gonna tell you something that what's his name, Pete Rocket always said, because you're a producer. He said when you going to listen to the samples and shit, you gotta listen to the whole album. Just a little art drawing for you, Zane. He said you gotta listen to the whole album, and you should probably check out Premier's YouTube and his little TikTok. He got a drawing where he talking about how he produced all this hot shit. Yeah, exactly. Yo, so I'm putting you on like so, like on the digital drawing, bro. I hit a whole new height this year, so I'm like making sure that I do this officially. I'm actually probably going to have to reach out to a lawyer this year, like on some official, because I don't want one to get robbed for all my new shit, and then two, I just I'm learning more about the art world outside of me going from the hip. You know what I'm saying? And trying to grind it out. Yeah, bro. Like yeah, and so with that, it's more like I want to make sure that I ain't playing myself because I do have some hot shit that my squad know about a little bit, and I kind of play it close to the chest. I had got put on, and I'm gonna put you on now. Like, bruh and sis is like my curators, and they cussed me out a few times about being creative. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, I've kind of decided that I'm gonna embrace a certain kind of style a little more than I have in the past, and move forward in that direction. It's I don't know if you can't tell that my shop is a Black John. I don't know, you know what I mean. But I do love that my products stand the test of time. And when you do purchase, it is quick delivery and things of that nature. But also, art should change something in your heart. You know what I mean? So it should make you feel uncomfortable or comfortable. It should remind you of something. And painting is visual, so it should also look beautiful. And so, look at this color palette. Like he's still working with that same color scheme. If you notice with the Georgia Jones, so let me make sure that I don't assume because I got the shit right in my face. Look, bing. This is in 34, 35. So this is actually early. Um, and so here's where we are. Hold on, let me make sure I'm reading that correctly. Yep. Okay. All right. And so I'm seeing that he loves these colors because if you go back to that Georgia joint, it's almost it's almost the same. And what's the and that's 34, 35 with the Georgia. So you get where I'm going. You know what I mean? And then we have this here. Again, this is the Johnson collection. I ain't want to go off on a tangent on y'all or not. You know what I mean? You see the color scheme, so you get what I'm saying to you. Now, let me make sure I pull that up. I apologize. Look at that. Now that's fire. I want to say that's like a Jacob Lawrence type of style, but it's hell. But I might also be wrong about the person, so let me not go too deep on that. Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. You would hang that in your wall. You would get uncomfortable probably just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Promenade, Sunday promenade. Look at that jump. Mm, get you some. That black's my favorite color. So if I get on your nerves, I do apologize. But back to what I was saying. So really, just always try to work on your craft. Take in new information. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not always right, and the way you're doing it is the way you got to do it. But at the same time, there are skilled artists out there that can give you tips. I do not mind sitting down and listening to try to learn how to do something I want to do as an artist, especially. And I'm super hyped that I found all this black art information. Like again, I'm gonna refer you to David Driscoll. I'm gonna refer you to Elaine Locke. I'm gonna refer you to uh, James Porter. His book, Modern Negro Art, is a black art standard. So if you can't get them all, get one, get that one. You know what I mean? I haven't even started. I haven't even started that book because I wanted to go back in order because I read David Driscoll first, who is actually the most recent and um, that I've been introduced to. Let me say it that way. And so when you go back, it's going to really start prior to Elaine Locke. Elaine Locke just gives you the first systematic, almost art analysis. And then James Porter takes it to another level. But prior to that, you have the Renaissance, Harlem, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and there's art there. There's love there. You got the WPA art shit popping off. This is a lot of times where you see people coming up for real, because it was hard to support your black art back then, and then the depression and all that good shit. But basically, I just wanted to give y'all a little piece of black art tonight. I ain't want to keep y'all that long. I don't like to try to go that long because I can get boring and winded. But uh, if you got any questions, hit the joint now. If not, I ain't gonna keep y'all up all night. It's already 11 on a weekday school night, so I take you to school. I am going to show y'all this last little painting real quick before I get out of here, though. Mississippi landscape. There you go. Laka. Is that better? Yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a compliment piece to your library, Zane. I see you. While y'all analyze that real quick, let me grab something. I'm actually going to check to see if the book I'm reading is on archive for y'all real quick. If it is, I'm gonna hit the link in the chat too. It's modern Negro art. I mean, that's one of them. Sorry, I'm gonna just put the links in. You dig what I'm saying? So, Negro in Art by Elaine Locke is the current book I'm reading. So let me clear up what I was saying. I think you may be able to borrow it too. And if that, oh look, dang, I was already searching for it yesterday. I forgot. Dang, the meds. Let me see if it pops up first. Put his name on it. Put Elaine Locke on it. E. Hey, I don't know. Comment on the painting. What you think about it? I want to hear you guys' you know what I mean, ideas of it. If it's whack to you, it's whack to you. You know what I mean? We ain't, prissy up in the joint. Let's get busy. Please comment. Like I don't, I don't think this is his best painting. It do feel a little calm, but it do feel a little busy at the same time. Look at the colors. And I'm wondering what made him feel that way. It might have been, afternoon going into evening, just because of how it's brighter going into the darker to the left, and then but it's so deep in there. What's that? The swamp. You know what I mean? It's alive. See again. I think all his paintings got that feeling, right? Like it's breathing. Like everything's connected into a muscle, kind of, right? And he might have been under like some kind of fucking intense creative moment when he did his shit. But they always got that like, you know what I mean? Right, right. Here, I'm gonna blow up the other ones for you. I'm gonna blow up the other ones for you, bro. That way you could try to compare it. Let me take this one down. Let me do that one the same way. Blocker. Put the black around it for you. Now, now compare 'em. What you think of that? See, to me, this on like, a red brick wall with that fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? Or or up against a white John. Peace black. Peace black. Welcome to the show. Tonight's discussion is on Halle Woodruff and his art. If you didn't see the beginning, I'm gonna drop a little John about him on our channel later. Please like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's get busy. We get busy out here. Welcome to the Black Brown Table. This is Dark Muse. I'm TK. Please subscribe, like, and share. But again, how you feel about that comparative, Zane? Yeah, different mood, but you could tell it's him, right? And again, it's like the Jones breathing with him. It's like his lungs and shit. You see how they cave in? It's almost like one of those silhouettes and shit that crowd your painting or your little photo on your little Photoshop type shit what you do on your phone. I forget what they call that, John. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. But yeah. And now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do the same thing with with the with the with the murals because they bright and they deep. And I'm still get that book for y'all. I ain't forget. Right, right. See, like veins, right? Like veins in your body and shit. You ain't see? Yeah, we're gonna have to talk more about this shit. We're our Bibio, he a little artist too, getting his little sketch on. Now I'm about to hit you with this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rising up. See? So this part of the mural collection that I had displayed while we was doing the little video. Here you go. Yeah. This is the mutiny on the Amistad. This is in Talladega in Alabama. This is who he did it for. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, John. Yo, now here's one thing that I always say. Africans got the best color schemes. They could use a million colors and it'll look right. Do you see how bright that is? Do you see the green in there? Do you see it? Like I don't know. It might be me. I'll be getting all wild with the art. But do you see it though? And then he does the aqua with the blue over there and it kinda like pulls it all together with the yellows and the red. Them colors, boy. Whew. I just want you to see these. I don't mean to go hard on you. I'm gonna pull another one up for you. Trial of the Amistad captives. Sorry, pushed a little too fast. See how you do it? Hmm. And it's almost like it's a lot of greens in there. You know what I mean? It's like they remember all them open fields type of greens. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from fucking Africa. I'm taking this boat. I'm going wherever the fuck I'm supposed to go. And the boy sitting up in there, suited and booted. Like we getting free today, but give us free. You know what I mean? It's a lot of symbolism in there. And then think of the time period. Again, we still, you know what I mean? Shout to the lynching bill. And you got artists like Halle Woodruff, 1930s, 40s, 50s, killing shit, putting our past on the walls. Reparations of the free slaves. No, but then again, in the journal that I had read, they described it as muscular. Now I feel that. And that kind of let me down of his his art is almost like living, right? It's like breathing with you every time you go into you see a new piece of it. Like and then that green, like I don't know what it does, but it just makes everything else pop in the entire shit. And that's how you come into this deep blue over here, right? And then as you're coming into it, you see the sun start shining on them, like getting their money, like we getting free, we going back to Africa, it's popping. We up in Connecticut, I ready to kill somebody. They done snatched me up. I'm never going to see my family again. Look, look, look. As it gets brighter, though, you see them coming out of their shit out the dark. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Shit, fire, fire. Here go the Underground Railroad. And you see again how he plays on it. It's always like we always get bright. You see what I'm saying? We always come out of that dark shit. Now he might be like overcast. Now I might be reading too much into it, but you see how it starts to get a little darker again. He might have seen something in the future. Me type of John. Like because he knew what it was popping for later. Right. Whole shit. The whole shit. Like and then it's us. You dig what I'm saying? And that leads into more of the black art history because when you start to read more about how they was getting down, it was black as the theme. You see what I'm saying? Like, and again, in the Alain Locke book, he's saying who's better positioned to tell the truth about us than us as artists. You see what I'm saying? So let's get busy. Let's get busy. And and as I move into those directions, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to start challenging what notions we have about what's what's pushing the next level of shit. Just like again, me and my little curators, we was having a discussion. Like, and I know things go in cycles and shit, but we also need to try to introduce something else. That little thing of something more that takes us to the next level, but also protects us and shows us in the best possible light and tells the truth. You see what I'm saying? And if that light is going to shine on your bullshit, it shines on your bullshit, but it just needs to be the truth. And that's where, man, them colors, yeah, the colors again. I dig his name, and that's where I'm at. Excuse me, with the art. I hope that other artists are moving in that way because there are a lot of amazing artists who have been tapped into the whole culture of us being something more and reflecting the truth. And man, I would be privileged just to lay at the feet. And so let's get busy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep dropping some more art and conversations with y'all because this is something I love. You know what I mean? And again, it's almost like a challenge to be creative. Just like again, we be having conversations about art and where we're going. This is opening day at Talladega College, Alabama. Now, do you notice that there's no dark spot in it? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was hyped, like, oh, it's popping. Got the little man, dun. But I'm just saying, like you could feel the presence. You see what I'm saying? Like it's almost like a joyful painting with the same color schemes, but you notice that there's no dark spot other than a real bush, like the shade and shit. But in all the other ones leading up to this, you see how the mood is swinging in those motherfuckers. In this joint, everybody's happy. Yeah, look on that shit. Open the day at Talladega College. Hale Woodruff. This one right here. Let me see if I can. Here, I'll just do it this one. I'm gonna go old school. See, they be scheming on these copyrighted joints sometimes, bro. I hope that works for you. Is that better? Yeah. And here's the thing. You see, all the black man is really working. Yeah. putting in the fucking work, the time, the effort to do the shit. And there's groundwork right there. That's that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah. You need more time with that Jones thing. I know it ain't been enlarged that long. Right. You see it. You see it. Hot shit. Open a tab. Grab you some Halle Woodruff. Mm-hmm. Put it in a folder. And just so you're aware, I'm going to do other things too, concerning art, books, music. Might go over classic album type shit. You know what I mean? But we're going to get into it all. We're going to get into it all. Mm-hmm. All right, hold on. I'm going to pull up another one. That was the reparation of the freed captives. That one where we was discussing the dark and everything, and everybody coming into the light when they in the middle. This was the Underground Railroad, Talladega College. You like that? This is the opening of Talladega College. Here, let's go into this block of the building of Savory Library. There you go. Exactly. And again, notice. Do you notice how the light has always stayed around after we get out of the Underground Railroad? It's more light than you're going to see darkness. And if you put the panels in order, you see what I'm saying? You see that light that's always shining. Excuse me. Same colors, same work ethic, same strength. But at the same time, did you ever, like when you get a chance, go back, look at their faces. Look at their faces and how they change. The determination changes. Like the old head was shook with the Underground Railroad joint. If you look at the trees and you look at the old head, his face is all skewed a little bit like, man, should we trust these niggas over here? But then you get out here and you see they putting in the work. You know what I mean? And then now move from the Talladega College joint and look who's in the corner working this time, not standing around. Up here in the left right here. Let me swing my little joint. Let me swing my little joint so you can see it. Sorry, they pulling up the joint. Bang. Bang. Look who's black ass. And look who's the architect. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You see Savory right there, but I knew what he was doing. It's like, dramatic symbolism up in this joint. That's a white man putting in fucking work. But go back to Talladega College. I want you to do it though, because I want you to, find your own little things in there that you can find as far as what you see in the mood of the paintings and things like that, and the color and the tone and the textures, how he was going about it. I mean, because if you line again, you line them all up, they all match, and he's stuck in the same moods. But it's how he changes the whole tone of the thing. You know what I mean? Like, and this is what makes it better. You know what I mean? Like he's it's fire, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? We still grinding. Do you know what I'm saying? We're grinding the entire time. We're fighting for our freedom from the fucking jump in these murals. You know what I mean? And that entire time we build all the way through, switching roles, being afraid on the run, trying to find you some freedom. Yeah, that might be a light skinned brother. That might be the librarian type nigga. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go that deep in it. I don't want to overstep. I apologize. This, again, at the beginning, paintings are visual. They need to look beautiful so they can capture the eye so that you can stand still. You know what I'm saying? And take the time to sit with the art. You know what I mean? Real shit. Is it ain't tripping? Uh huh. I'm gonna give you another one. I think it's like one more. Oh no, that was it. That was Savory was the last one. I apologize. 1938. Black, black, black. I might be moving that too fast. I'll be reading all quick and shit. So I apologize. Blocka. Right. And you see how art can get you all moody, bro. Bro wanted to sketch earlier. You know what I mean? You going in. I know you had some, yeah. I hear you over here. Uh-huh. And that's how it should be. You know what I mean? Like, it should make you feel some type of way. Whether good, bad, indifferent. You know what I mean? You should feel something. You know what I'm saying? And visually, it should be stunning. You know what I mean? It should be something beautiful. That's where, like, I ain't gonna let the cat out of the bag on that one. But we almost reaching an hour, and I don't usually even be on her that long. You know what I mean? Shout out to black people who create out here in the world. I mean, what else going on that y'all think we should discuss concerning art? Is there something that you want me to look into, or something I may know about that I could talk to you about? So again, like I work in all mediums. You know what I'm saying? Like pencil, ink, digital, paint. You know what I mean? So any little skills that I might have picked up, I'm definitely willing to share. So if you had questions that you're scared to ask or something, or you don't want to say it out loud, you could definitely hit me. But if you want to, bring that shit to the show or whatever. You know what I mean? Black brown table here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep up with this every Thursday. I work late, so when I get off, I definitely jump in and make me feel like they felt joy in the building for themselves. Let me show that with the crib. Yeah, exactly, exactly, bro. Exactly, exactly. It's a different mood. It's a different mood uh when you are like embracing that shit. Like if you just it's hard to step outside of yourself during the day. I dig that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely hard for me, you, everybody get outside of our heads. You know what I'm saying? That's a rough go. You know what I mean? And art is one of those things that if you give it a chance in that moment, it can pull you out your head. You know what I mean? That's what we want. We want to get out your head and enjoy something, or it may spark one of those fucking hard ass memories. Peace, Vi. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Like art for me, man, we ain't gonna go that deep right now. I'm gonna just say, art is the shit, and on a lot of levels. So when you creating your music, Zane, or you in your sketchbook, you know what I mean? I baby you. And Vi, I know you get down with the art too, and uh, thank you for getting down with me. Please, at any time, post tag me or whatever, and showing pictures or whatever. And so, yeah, exactly, black, exactly, exactly. You can identify with that struggle, bro. Not just the struggle, but also you can identify with you. You know what I mean? Like there's art. Like it's just like how you listen to a certain rap song, bro. You connect to the shit, or R&B song, or that little rock and roll song that you got that you try not to let your boys see you like. You know what I mean? You can set it off. You know what I mean? And so I'm just like, yo, art is like that. And so when you looking at Halle Woodruff, he got commissioned to do the joint, and he's giving you black shit at a time after this is almost like what, a little less than 20 years right after the Red Summer. You know what I mean? Not to mention the artist that was working around that time. And then wait till I get into Romare Beard with y'all. You know what I mean? He changed the game with collages. And wait till you see the one spiritual joint. I'm gonna show you that joint. You know what I mean? And the homie that fucks with the Gullah Jones. And this is where I mean, like it's super creative. Again, go to my if you go to my IG, I did a whole Black History Month of Black artists. That was out of David Driscoll's book. I'm gonna keep mentioning these names so that y'all can go look them up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have more links for y'all too. Uh, but yeah, black art is everywhere. You know what I mean? It's in the curves, it's in the moves, it's in the colors, it's in the expression. Yeah, art only cafe underscore IG. Here, you know what? I'm about to put all my little hashtags in here. Hold on. There. I'm about to drop them in the joint. That's all my joints. That's my store. That's my Twitter. That's my IG. That's my Facebook. You don't know. My alias is Art Only Cafe. And oh, you very welcome. Get busy. Please. You know what I mean? Listen, a like, a share, that's a lot to me. So I'm grateful just for you asking, bro. Halle Woodruff, gang shit. The boy's serious. And there's a lot more. There's a lot more out here. Like I'm glad I got put onto even the fact that there's been a renaissance outside of Harlem. Let's do that. I mentioned it earlier when I was talking about renaissances and their expression and how we choose to give the world our art. And I know we can be sensitive, you know what I mean, but it has to happen. And again, we're gonna go back to what Hale has said. You gotta be on your shit, and not only be on your shit, but you gotta let them know. So here, let me show that again. It's very important to keep your artistic level at the highest possible range of development, and yet make your artwork convey a telling quality in terms of what we are as a people. PCK, PCK, yeah, yeah. And we're gonna go again. We're gonna get into other stuff. There was a 5-step renaissance on Drew Hill. Oh my God. We were. I can't do this with you. Can't do this with me. You know I'm not a great host, so I don't know why you want to play these games. Stream's going great. Thank you for asking. But yeah, I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. You know what I mean? We almost been at an hour, and this is probably the longest one I did without the homies. Yeah, bro, Zay, he's crazy. Yeah, you gotta watch out for Vyasa. I expected more questions out of him tonight, especially dealing with art too, because he goes crazy. Hit you with 1,000 links in the chat. Hmm. Please, for the people that catch it on the replay, this was for Halle Woodruff this evening, a great American African American artist. I mean, black artist dropped murals for Talladega College. Here, I'm gonna show a couple before I get our. Here, didn't see the link earlier. Yeah, I apologize. I meant to drop it in the other little discords. I do apologize for that. On the road to 1,000, so you're gonna see it start popping up more. Um, and oh, you know what? Since y'all up in here, y'all want me to drop another boxing joint, right? Just let me know because I kind of got cussed out about. Many are probably, oh no, no, please rewatch. No, you good? You ain't gotta apologize, bro. We got lives out here in the world, and I went early. I went like so we, you know what I mean. I went super early. I was supposed to go at 11, but I didn't get this call that I was supposed to get. I just wanted to make sure that y'all caught this joint. Yeah, you okay, Chauncey? You know what I mean? And we're gonna discuss MMA too. I only need one. You know what I'm saying? I you know what it is I get more excited because I've been reading more about black art, and that's really what it was, bro. I even me and Coach had talked about. He don't even want to talk to me about boxing because I did the John. And only did one of them. He's upset with me. So all right, I'm gonna break that back out. And uh, who was the best black boxer character in a movie? Ooh, I'm gonna say best black boxing character, not a real life person. You gonna hate me if it's not a real person. I'm gonna say Dick Sal. That's my favorite little boxing movie that I watch, or with commercials and shit. I have no clue why I like it so much. Wesley Snipes in the prison joint was dope too. Yes, sir. Undisputed. I'm trying to tell you. Cinderella Man, Ali, all the old boxing joints that you could find. You know, it's crazy. Uh, Thomas Edison actually had a movie theater, and the first movies was boxing matches. Clubber Lang was dope. He was dope, but he wasn't scheming. You know what I'm saying? He was just like a boxer that got beat up by the white boy from Philly, PA in the building. You know what I mean? I pity the fool, Mickey. You been hiding me, Mickey. Yeah, it can be fictional. Yeah, I Spy. He was arrogant like a real boxer in that joint. Clubber Lang was that boy for real. But I'm just saying, Dick's Town, you know what I mean? Dick's Town, fucking Louis Gossett Jr. And they had to pull out the boxing book to find him and shit. He's a ringer. Ugh. But Clubber Lang was mean as fuck. You know what I mean? What else? Who else? Raging Bull, you watch that, John? So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to do that Saturday. R.I.P. Apollo Creed. He was definitely nice on the 1-2s. He taught Rocky everything he needed to know to beat whoop ass. You got to get some rhythm in your shit. I know this was supposed to be about art, and I apologize to all the art heads in here, but I just needed to make sure because there's a lot of shit moving and shaking in the boxing world too. Yeah, I mean, I gotta catch up on the MMA. Yeah, Apollo Creed. See, and it's a ton of boxing movies. You know what I mean?
I'm glad y'all picked all the black ones too. Super hype. Straight up African American. Let me stop. No, I won't turn petty. It's both. It's both. It's definitely a science. Throwing the punch the right way is a science, bro. Any street fighter can get in the boxing ring and get beat the fuck up. It don't matter. I don't care how many wins you got. You see what happened to Kimbo Slice? He can knock them regular niggas out all the time. You get in there with a motherfucker with some training. It's a whole nother you know what I mean? But then it becomes an art when you see somebody who, you know what I mean, with all their muscles work together to beat the shit out you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you would. You know what I mean? Boxing is a art. Like, all right, like Mayweather. He got that shit down to an art, bro. Go watch when he beat up Cotto. Like, to me, that was his most challenging. I want to start some shit. So Saturday we're gonna bring up some of them fights too, because he do got an L on his belt, and y'all just gonna be mad about it. But I'm bringing it up. The home cooking was in for him, but I give him that second when he came back and beat the shit out of the boy in the second one. Whoa, it was a whole nother level. Yeah, precision, bro. If you throw the punch the right way and you could do it consistently, you're gonna beat people's asses. You know what I'm saying? And and these great boxers back in the day that nobody really knows about, they was having like 600 and 700 fights, bro. 40 round fights, 100 round fights. And you think I'm lying? I got primaries. Challenge me. No, I ain't even Zab. That see, he's not even who I'm talking about. But nah, Zab was quick. Zab is skilled, but it's also a temperament. If Floyd don't drink, he don't smoke. He's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And like all right, so here I can't say that no more because coach shut me down with the Roy Jones in the boxing, right? I was talking shit. Yep. See, Chauncey watches boxing and he knows. And he knows because what you call it tried the same technique, but he wasn't skilled enough to pull it off. The boy from Argentina. He tried the same shit. If you crowd him and you can box, you might got a chance. Castillo has the motherfucking blueprint, but that second fight, and he wouldn't let him crowd him. He just picked him apart. Yeah, he touched the canvas. He touched the canvas. Yep, you touch the canvas, it's down. It's the rules. Can't front. Chauncey, no. Mm-hmm. He pulled Castillo straight out of there. Yep. Yep. I wasn't even gonna say that till Saturday. Castillo beat him. The home cooking was in there, buddy. The home cooking. I want to say Larry Merchant, not Larry Merchant, but the other boy that had the boxing show right after HBO lost all the contracts. Excuse me. Let me do that. Nah, Max wasn't even around then. This is when HBO had all the fights on lock. How I see, I'm a little older. Um, it was Larry Merchant. Shit, I'm trying to remember his name, man, because he was dope too. He was like the last man standing. Because after after Floyd cussed Larry out in the ring, Jim Lampley. Yep, bingo. There you go. Kept the rings on. Kept the rings on. Jim was about that shit. But Max know his boxing too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You fuck with Blue Blood Sports? Y'all need to really start fucking with him. He's in the mix right now, and he's talking that real shit. That real shit. It ain't just no worship like the Phenonon dude. He be oh, he jumps straight down the throat of whoever's got a belt. Blue Blood talking that shit. Like Bud fucking it up. He should have took the money, took the B side, bro. Why it was all hot. He's still gonna beat everybody ass, but he could have did it. He could have did it right now. He could have already been pressuring. Errol Spence. No, he good. Yeah, Sugar Ray was decent with Usher. I seen it, but that was more about Hands of Stone. Yeah, I follow Blue Blood too. I be in there all the time on the low. You know what I mean? I just don't be saying much. I just be listening because he the only one talking with the most sense about the shit. Because that's a real conversation right there. Like he ain't really tripping. You know what I mean? He's just telling the truth about how the boxing game is. You know what I mean? Other side to that shit is the business. And you know it'd be weird. And then bro got all the boxers. PBC. So he changed the tide and he took them off of there. And Showtime the only one really kicking out money. You know what I'm saying? And it's a rough go when all the contracts is with like four people. And so I'm like, bro, like sometimes you gotta just bow down. And if he'd have just took the Errol Spence fight for the less money, he could have beat the shit out the bull, or at least gave him the best run for a part two, and the millions would have flowed. And bro owes him money. Bob owes him the money. You know what I'm saying? He won in court. Yeah, you should watch that, Zay. It's not a bad movie, but it's really more about Hands of Stone though, and how he grew up on the border of the Panama Canal. He was serious too. Yeah, no, he definitely should have chose to resign from Top Rank, and he did. But then they was also fighting because he was supposed to get money. And Bob Aaron's kind of slimy, bro. He wasn't really trying to pump him, and he was talking shit about him the whole time. But that was because they owed him this bread, and that's why he ended up taking him to court. So that's where I give him the grace. Why he was trying to bully his way through all the money and shit to the bread, as he should. You know what I mean? He should get top B side rates. I agree with that, but I don't think he's the A side yet. Errol Spence is way more popular, and I love Bud. I've been watching Bud. I've been watching Bud since he been popping off. I'm trying to tell you. I want to see some murders happen in the ring. I want to see some pugilistic violence. Yeah, but he should have resigned. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's smart to be a free agent, but I think he's overreaching. Yeah, please do. Black Jack Johnson. Check out all his shit. You can see bits and pieces of his little movie that they had banned when he became the champ on YouTube. He had a stellar career. Joe Gans, stellar career. Hey, man, Spence is the A side, bro. Hey, he's the man to beat to me for real. And I think Bud is the only person that has enough skill to do it. I think there would be good fights. Um, I'm glad one time came out. His gut's still a piece of shit. He gonna end up dying up there in the top rank. You know what I mean? He's an elite fighter, but Bud's gonna eat his insides up. Errol Spencer kill, make him piss blood. Real talk. Real talk. This is just me and you talking. I'm talking to y'all about boxing now because y'all done snuck this in here. at the end too. We going on an hour for over an hour and 11 minutes. I can't stand none of y'all. I'm glad that call didn't come though. I should roll up again, but I mean, excuse me, I should take my medicine again. Man. Yeah, just so we can start that fight, Chauncey, because since you already know, Castillo beat Floyd Mayweather in the first fight. Yeah, it's a Duran movie, but it still got bro. Nah, I ain't gonna throw in the towel. If y'all want to rock, we could rock, but yeah, he did. His body is the worst part. And see, when he fighting against a dude with limited skill at a certain point in the rounds, he could get away with that. But with Spence and with Bud, he gonna die. I'm talking round 8, round 9. His body gonna give way because Spence is a body killer, and Bud is talented and he's mean, bro. He likes to fight. He likes to fight. That's different. That's different. He's aggressive. Changes the whole dynamic of the fight because he got skills and he's aggressive. He don't want to look cute. He wants you to punch him in his face. He got hit a couple of times. He's a little weak to the left. I want to say this. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. One of them times he drops one of them hands and got punched in his face a couple of times. Got rocked, and that's where Thurman still have a chance. He got power in both hands, but lasting, I doubt it. He took all that time to fuck off, and he ain't got his fucking gut right. He might just not have the physique for it, for the gut strength. Cut his hair though. I was happy for that. Fucking ponytail flagging all around all the time. Oh, Tyson versus Ali movie. Ali was a better movie. Tyson just was a hero though. Tyson used to beat the shit out of people live on television. You didn't know if a nigga was gonna die. It was amazing. It was amazing. I can't, man. We need a good fight. We need some knockdown, drag out blood. You know what I mean? It was funny, but it was sad too. This nigga had a fucking attorney that handled tax law on a murder charge. I mean, a rape charge. Damn, Vyasa, calm down. You be wildin'. Tyson, Tyson was dope. Ali's better though. I like Boots. I just we need more work. It's a difference. It was hilarious. That's all I got to say about that. I ain't going. I'm sorry, Mike. I mean, I even start playing with Mike Tyson. Nigga still try to beat my ass. Let me apologize real quick. He still Iron Mike. I might talk shit with a nigga 80. Like, yeah, pussy. Ali was just put together better, bro. But it was dope. The Mike Tyson joint. You talking about the one with Michael Jai White, right? No. Listen, I just like that Mike getting his chance to be human on some real shit. I Bibio. All that shit he get to do now. He got his little podcast. He was in all the movies, and he got to be fun with himself, man. They tore Mike apart, bro. They tried to destroy that man. Yeah, Will and Jada was entangled in the movie. That was like the best humanizing joint in the joint that Nas put out. All right, I ain't even gonna keep holding y'all up. It's already midnight, man. I'm gonna let this joint bang for a second, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So Saturday we're gonna get into the boxing joint, Chauncey. We're gonna talk shit about Castillo. Let's see if we start a fight because I know people will be mad, but that second fight he beat poo poo down that man's leg.